Hello, I'm Taka and welcome to my commentary on my concept album Once Upon Two Times. I wanted to do a commentary because, well, I wanted to explain the story, but also I wanted to give you guys a bit of a insight into the thought process behind each track, explain a bit about the leitmotifs and what each little bit means, just so you can appreciate it more, I guess. So yeah, that's what this commentary is going to be. I'm just going to talk a bit about the story, but I'm also going to talk about the track itself. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and feel free to leave any questions in the comments. I will try and answer them. So here we go. This track is called Once Upon Reality Slightly to the Left, and it kind of acts as a prologue track, I guess. The title comes from when I was talking to my friend about the story. I said I want it to be slightly to the left of making sense. Just because I wanted it to be kind of not quite real, kind of abstract, but not quite. So that was the vibe I was looking for. And then I quite liked how I phrased that, so I was like, oh, I'll use it for the title, because why not? But it also does work quite well with the story. So before the main story, there's this reality. And in this reality, there's a king. And he loses everything. So his children die, his wife dies, then a famine hits his lands, and then the neighbouring kingdom wages war on his kingdom, and he ends up lost and alone and with nothing. And he wanted to know who to blame. And this unknown entity whispers in his ear, "You want to know who to blame? This is all time. This is all time's fault. Because time went to death and said to them, they said, you know what? You should take this guy's son and his other children early. You should take his wife early. Just take them." And death did it. And then time went to nature and said, you know what? You should stop the rains coming. You should stop the plants growing. You should just make this famine happen at this time. And so nature does it. And then time goes to strife and says, you know what? You should make the neighbouring kingdom so bloodthirsty and power hungry that they wage war on this kingdom, like right now. And so strife does it. So it was all time's fault, this being says. And the king says, well, if it was time's fault, then I must destroy time. And the being's like, well, you're just immortal. I don't think you could destroy time on your own. But maybe we could come to an arrangement. And so, with the help of this ancient being, the king takes his revenge when time's guard is down, and he strikes time right down the middle. Unfortunately, this has a slight side effect of completely unravelling that reality. So the reality just completely implodes and then remakes itself to this next reality, slightly to the left of the first one. And this is where the main story is set. In terms of leitmotifs, you can hear what I call the reality theme. So that's basically the theme that just represents the reality and the world and how it works, just the world as a concept that is encompassed in that theme. So you'll hear that at the start of the track and throughout. And it crops up again a couple of times, and I'll explain why I've put it in, like why it's relevant story-wise, other than it just sounded pretty. And then you've also got this other motif, which is the Remember the Days motif, and I will explain that one more in the next commentary, because the next commentary is Remember the Days, so I'll be able to explain it there. But just note that it's there for now, and you'll understand why it's there and what it is later. I was going to apologise for the length, but actually, it's not as long as I thought it was going to be. These videos are going to get longer because I have more story to explain, but hopefully you guys don't mind that. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this commentary. If you have any questions, just let me know.